Before I get started, I'd like to, joining me up here is Special Agent in charge of Florida Department of Law Enforcement, Mark Brunel, and State Attorney Susie Lopez. Before I get started in the timeline, this was a very complicated call for service, a complicated scene. I'm going to go over some of the players. First is the grandmother, who is the suspect in this call for service. Then there is the daughter, who is our victim. There is a grandchild, and there is a roommate involved. And I'll get into the timeline of how we got here this morning. So at approximately 4:41 a.m. this morning, we received a call of a burglary of a residence in progress. So multiple deputies responded to this scene at the 7500 block of Carrollton Circle. As we made our way on scene, we received information that our suspect, the grandmother, shot her daughter in the hand. That's the information we knew. Once we responded on scene, we started to make contact, starting to call people out. What happened was the roommate then came out with a child. At that time, we safely recovered the roommate and the child. Then our deputies went to the front door of the residence and made entry, trying to make multiple commands for everyone to come out. We had two separate teams. One team went in and rescued the victim, the daughter, with a gunshot wound to her hand. She was looked like she was under the influence of some sort of, we don't know yet. It looks like the suspect asked them to drink something. She looked like she was under some sort of effects of a narcotic, very lethargic, and couldn't keep her balance. The second team cleared the house, knowing that the suspect was barricaded in a back room. We made contact with that back room. It was locked. Multiple commands: open the door, make yourself known. Our deputies breached the door. When they breached the door, they found the suspect, the grandmother, armed with a firearm. Multiple commands again: drop the firearm, drop the firearm. The firearm is in her right hand. She raises the firearm, and our deputy fires and neutralizes the threat. Okay, that all occurred at about 5:05 a.m. So multiple commands to drop the firearm. Our deputy involved shooter was Deputy Joshua Thomas. He has been 10 months with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, 6 years prior service with Temple Terrace Police Department. He has no prior uses of deadly force. And let me just make a comment here on behalf of Sheriff Chad Chronister here. Violent crime, you know, is our number1 priority. This crime in particular has a domestic violence a domestic violence example of how we need to reach out to our community. We do a wonderful job of policing and keeping this community safe. Domestic violence is the monster in everyone's home. We cannot police in your homes. If you have domestic violence issues or you need support and assistance, I urge you to call the Spring or call the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. We can't help you within the confines of your house, but if you reach out to us, we will help you. On a second aspect, if you are battling from mental illness, the Crisis Center of Tampa is there and a willing participant to help you. I want to commend the deputies on this scene. They did an outstanding job. They rescued 3 people from a violent situation. I'm available for any questions you have. Just a reminder, it's very preliminary in the investigation. I will do the best I can to answer your questions.
Did the daughter live with the grandmother here? Did they all live under one roof?
So, as of March, they lived together. From what we've known, from what we've learned, is that as of Friday, the grandmother was asked to leave.
So is that potentially what caused all this, or do you know it?
We don't know the motive, but I know they lived together and she was asked to leave on Friday, and we have a shooting here Sunday morning.
Can you confirm that it was an argument leading up to this shooting?
I can't confirm because we're still, the witness was interviewed. She didn't hear an argument. And then the next thing she knew is that the daughter came into her and said she was shot.
And what is the condition of the grandmother at this time?
She is deceased. The suspect is deceased.
And the condition of the daughter?
She is in stable condition with a gunshot wound to her hand.
Was the grandmother giving any, was she under influence or?
That I can't answer that question right now.
Thank you, Chief.
All right, thank you.